So to finish off cross-price elasticity, I've got a little guessing game for you. Now, there's no reason that you should get these exactly right. Well, maybe one of them. But you should be able to get pretty close to guessing these cross-price elasticities, at least for a couple of them. The way that you're going to do that is to think, well, first, are these complements or substitutes? If they're substitutes, you should be looking at a positive cross-price elasticity. If they're complements, then you should be looking at a negative cross-price elasticity. And a number far from 1, like we saw for Coke and Pepsi of 0.61, that was a strong relationship. A number close to 0 is going to be a weak relationship. So go through and take a guess at each of these cross-price elasticities, and then I'll reveal them to you and we'll talk about them a little bit. Okay, hopefully you've had a chance to have a look at each of these. Let's look at each in turn. For the first one, the cross-price elasticity of Pepsi with respect to the price of Coke. What should this be? Did you guess it was 0.61? I'm guessing a lot of you guys guessed it was 0.61, and I think that's a great guess. It's wrong, but it's a great guess. At least from the study that I saw, the cross-price elasticity of Pepsi with respect to the price of Coke is 0.8. So this is saying that the demand for Pepsi is even more strongly affected by the price of Coke than the demand for Coke is affected by the price of Pepsi. I'm not entirely sure why this would be, but that's the answer. That's the number that I saw for this. Still, it's a big number, so these are definitely still substitutes. It's a strong substitute relationship. How about the second one? Cross-price elasticity of ground beef with respect to the price of poultry. So are these complements or substitutes? I think substitutes again, right? I would eat ground beef, or I would eat poultry, chicken or turkey or whatever. But are they as strong complements as Pepsi and Coke? Probably not, right? So we should expect this to be a positive number, but smaller than 0.61 and 0.8. And that is indeed what it is, 0.24. Third one, cross-price elasticity of alcohol with respect to the price of food. So this one is, as the price of food changes, what happens to the demand for alcohol? So what would you guys think? Complements, so we get a negative relationship, or substitutes, so we get a positive relationship? Are alcohol and food substitutes, things that you would eat in place of one or consume in place of one another, or complements, things that you would consume together? Well, it turns out that, at least in the study that I saw, these two things were complements, but they had a pretty weak relationship with one another. The price of food didn't strongly affect the demand for alcohol. How about the fourth one? Cross-price elasticity of cell phones with respect to the price of tampons. Is this going to be a complement relationship? When you buy tampons, you also want to buy cell phones? A substitute relationship? Can you use cell phones and tampons for the same purpose? I don't think either of those are right, yeah? Did you guess 0? I gotta be honest, this is the one that I've never seen a study on. But I'm pretty sure the answer's 0, and there's a little story that goes along with this. My very first semester teaching, I had a guy in my office who was really not understanding cross-price elasticity of demand, and I kept on giving him these examples to try and help him along here, and he just was not getting it. So I decided I'd shock him into understanding it. So I asked him to figure out the cross-price elasticity of cell phones with respect to the price of tampons, and he paused for a few seconds, then was like, wait, what? What are you talking about? I'm like, let's go back to the formula, man. Is the quantity of cell phones that we buy going to change as the price of tampons changes? It's like, no, that's dumb. Well, yeah, that means the cross-price elasticity must be 0 because the quantity change is going to be 0 when the price of tampons changes.